Okay, so we're now going to talk about, and I know some of you are moving files, so you'll get some time to play around with all of this when we finish. We want to talk about renaming a file. So I'm inside of Qt, and let's say angel.txt. I'm going to want to change that to angelic. So the way I would do that is I do move angel.txt, and then the new name, the old name, and then the new name, angelic.txt, and ls, and now it's called angelic.txt. So you might say, hold up, wait a minute. What does it mean move? There should be a file called rename, right? I said move angel.txt, original place. Now this is the new place. But all I did was change the name. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. In order to understand why that makes sense, you have to think the way the computer thinks. Remember when I said this is all real smoke and mirrors? All this stuff, folders and file names, is not really real. Remember, we are in the matrix. The computer sees the name of a file as simply a pointer to a memory address. So when you move the file, you're just basically creating a new label for it. So you have something like, users and muta downloads cats cute angel.txt. Users and muta downloads cute angelic cats cute angelic.txt. That's just another label. So something being in a folder is not really real. It's real for the user, but the computer just sees that as a pointer to a place where that data is stored in memory. So when it changes folders, you're just changing the label of what points to that same memory address. It still occupies the same memory address in your computer's hard drive. It's just that when you move it, the computer's like, wink, wink, oh, I get it. You're moving the file. Yeah, right. Okay, well, you humans need these folders. I don't need folders. I memorized it and the memory addresses of things. But for the humans, you need it. So that's why move is the same as doing a rename. Same thing.
That's renaming?
Yeah, moving is renaming. How do you move a file, Tim? You use what? How do you rename a file? What do you use, Serenity?
Just say
MV.
file name,
Old file name and the new file name. Move and renaming, same thing.
So what's the difference between move, MV, and dot, backslash?
Well, that's because when you move it, if you give it a new directory to be a part of, then you're just moving it. You are moving it in the human world. You're renaming it to be part of this other directory structure. So for your mind, I want you to go ahead and think of moving it as you actually are moving it. Because if the computer tries to find it in a folder and it's not there, then it's gonna give you an error. Because the directories they are real in the sense that you do need to use directories. You do need to use a folder. Well, I'm just telling you that behind the hood, from a computer science perspective, the location of a file is all really smoke and mirrors. It's just a label.
So the dot, backslash actually moves the
It moves it. It moves the location, whereas if you name it in place, if you move it in place, then you can just change the name. Or you can also move it in place. You can move it and change the name also. Right? So you could say, like, look at this. Like, I got angelic, right? I want to move angelic back to scruffy. So I can say move angelic.txt to scruffy folder, back up to scruffy folder, and then call it hellbound.txt. And she's gone from here. A CD back up, CD into scruffy, and she is now hellbound. Moving and renaming are the same thing. So in this case, we moved it and renamed it. So I'm going to stop there. If you want more curiosity about this, you can come back and watch the video, do the repetitions as you see. You don't have to do any moving of files in the assignment we're doing today. But you do need to create them, and you do need to be able to create a tree structure. All right, so we're almost done. Sometimes you want to copy something. Now, copying is not complete smoke and mirrors because you are going to create a new instance. I mean, it's not even a new instance. You're going to create a copy of it that can be altered that won't affect the original. So, for example, let's say Smush Face actually is cute. So we're going to make a copy of Smush Face and then put it in the cute folder. So inside here, I can just do cp copy Smush Face and then put it into cute. And now Smush Face is in cute, but Smush Face is also in I need to go up. I'm in Cats now, do my tree. I've got Smush Face in cute, and Smush Face is also in Scruffy. So copy, right? Did you see the command that I did? I was inside of Scruffy. I could do history. Or oh yeah, that's the other thing, guys and women. If you do the up arrow, you will get the most recent command. Up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. You can see your history that way too. That's what I did. From inside of Scruffy, I did copy smushface.txt. And then you don't put the name of it, you just put the location of where it's going when you're going to copy a file. It's different. I'm going to say that again. When you copy a file, you put the location of where it's going. You don't have to type out the name of the file again. You give it the new location of where it's going. So this copy smushface.txt goes up to Q. And then we just give it the location. Yes?
Then, copy, rename, and move. Like smushface2.txt. I'm sure you don't need to do that. It's fine.
All in one command to copy it. So you're copying it. But no, that's not... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're making a copy. You're renaming that copy, and then you're moving it to another folder.
Just so that
Yes, you could do that by chaining commands together. You could do it by chaining commands together. I would have to look that up. I've never done that. But I'm sure you can by chaining these commands. All these shell commands are chainable. You can chain with pipes. You can chain with ampersand signs and so on.
I just figured so you'd have like smushface2.txt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could probably, I'm sure you can do that. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is just the chaining of commands. So there's a way that you can do several commands. So if I go back up to my cats folder here, let's say I've got cute and scruffy. I want to make a new folder, but I also want to CD into the folder after I've made the new folder, and I want to create a new file in that new folder. And then I also want to CD back up to the original folder, several commands. This is how this would look like. I could do make dir godly, so we have godly cats too, and CD into godly, and touch bast.txt and cd ... So I've given this a whole bunch of commands. We're chaining them together. Make dir call godly, cd into godly, touch bast, and then cd back up to the cats folder. So if we do this, I'm still in cats now, and if I do tree, I have one called godly, and then bast is in there. So I've saved myself a bunch of cd into the directory, do a touch, cd back out. I just did it all, chaining the commands together using the amper. In programming, double ampersand means and, as you know. Right? Tyler, what does double ampersand mean? And. Yeah. Double ampersand means and in the shell. So this is how we chain commands. It's one way to chain commands together.